What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this conversation. The tone deafness of some people, I just don't get it. But listen, we're going to talk about it. So Draya, she years ago used to be on the Basketball Wives LA franchise, and she definitely has a reputation, but she announced I don't even want to say she announced it for International Women's Day, but it was weird. She posted this post, and I'm going to read it, and I just want to share my thoughts and get yours. But this post comes from the Neighborhood Talk, and it says, "Aw, Draya announces she's expecting a baby girl with her 22-year-old NBA boyfriend, Jalen Green." Now, some may say, well, what's the big deal? Well, he's 22, she's 29. And, I'm sorry, not 29. Lord Jesus. She's 39. And I believe she has a son who is the same age. Yeah, so boyfriend / baby's father, 22, she 39, son 22. And she doesn't just have one. But her post says, "Happy #International Women's Day. As women, we navigate through so much, often leading us to question, what is my purpose? For me, the magic lies in motherhood and the awe-inspiring ability to bring life into this world over the span of 2 decades. It's my superpower. And if anything can surpass the wonder of being a woman, it's the privilege of bringing another woman into existence. We are overjoyed to share our love for you, little girl. I am excited to speak words to the daughter I never thought I'd have. We are anxious about your arrival, but take your time. This world can be tough, but know you are being brought into a space of love, security, and adornment. #28 weeks. #7 months. #coming May 2024. #girl mom." The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I just don't get it when some people say, oh, well, it's not a big deal when men do it. But it's the thing about it where there are some double standards where they really should be double standards. And honestly, it shouldn't even be a double standard. It should just not even be a standard. But unfortunately, we know some things exist in this world that are ugly, that are improper, that are unethical. But it happens, and because it's not against the law, there's not really much you can do about it. Now, I don't know anything about this boyfriend of hers. I don't know where his parents are. But I am wondering how his parents feel. But I know myself having a son who is of, a certain age in his 20s, I definitely would be feeling some type of way if he had a much older, quote unquote, girlfriend and was expecting to. But we also know that if he was working at Captain D's, she would not be pregnant for this guy. And don't start with me about, oh, well, why would you want a woman to be in a relationship with someone that's broke? This isn't even about that, because honestly, no one should be trying to be in a relationship just starting out. If you ain't got your stuff together and you ain't really got no money like that, you really shouldn't even be screwing anybody. But see, that's my personal opinion. I may be very conservative in my thinking with that, but the chances are that you could possibly wind up pregnant or getting someone pregnant, and you're not prepared for the consequences of that. So I'm not one who is against people or women making choices for their own lives and bodies when it comes to that. But I'm also not one of those people that feels like the system should be outright banned because of my personal beliefs. But I also don't believe that it should be used for birth control either. But we also do know that birth control is not 100% proof. So when you're screwing around, there are chances that you can wind up pregnant. And so, with that being said, she is pregnant by this, adult, but young adult. 22 is very young. And yes, we know that 22-year-olds, they have babies all the time, but it's usually with someone who is in closer proximity of age than this. And when she being already a mother and having a child that is close to her new boyfriend's age, there's just no way you can really shake that to say that it's not weird. It really is. So I really want to know what you guys think about this, because I just found it a bit comical that she posted that to say Happy International Women's Day. Like, we know that only women could have children. But, okay. I don't wish any harm on her or her boyfriend. And it's weird because it's like, oh, he's a man, but then we're calling a boyfriend, right? Why don't... I could go on and on and on with this, but I'm not going to really talk about this much longer. But I really want to know what you guys think about this. And then I also wanted to just share briefly something, because I don't follow these people, but I wanted to talk about this because I thought that it was a little bit funny, and I did just have my thoughts about it. So Deion Sanders' daughter, her name is Deondra. She is expecting a baby with this singer by the name of Jacquees. And apparently there was like some things going on social media back and forth with him and her and another chick. But listen, I'm not here to talk about all of that. I really don't care. But she shared a post on social media to say that she is having a baby with this guy. And she wrote, "I never thought I'd be here, but here we are. I know a lot has transpired over the last month." So I guess that means about the drama. Continuing, "But what hasn't happened is me being able to tell my own truth myself. So here it is. Even though this was not planned nor expected, this is still something God allowed to happen. I'm not having my baby to keep a man. I am having my baby for all the times I was told I wouldn't be able to. I'm having my baby for the 4 myomectomy surgeries I have had. I am having my baby for all the years I stayed on birth control, even though it gave me breast tumors. I'm having my baby for all the doctors that told me I wouldn't make it out the first trimester. I'm having a baby for the 7 current fibroids that surrounds my uterus to this day. I'm having a baby for all the high-risk moms that was scared every day thinking they would miscarry. I'm keeping my baby for the 3 months I continue to bleed every day after I found out I was pregnant. I'm having this baby to give hope to all the other women that may be in my situation. No matter what doctors say, God has the final say. The miracle growing in me is not just a coincidence, but a divine blessing." Now listen, I'm not here to take anything away from her health complications and doctors saying that this wasn't possible, but could it be that, not that the doctor said that it wasn't possible, but it would be very hard, and maybe it may not be a good idea. So, I just have a problem, especially when it comes to people that are not even in like a real relationship, because apparently, like I said, there's been a lot of drama, either women involved with this guy and whatever. So she's definitely not married, right? And we know that there are women that are married that have been having complications and wanting to have children, wanting to have a baby, and it just hasn't been really possible, right? So I'm not here to take anything away from all of that, and then in spite of all of that, you wind up getting pregnant and you're carrying to the point that you are now. But when people put God in it, it's like, but were you really trying to have a baby? And see, that's not what she said. And I'm thinking that might be what was going on. I don't know. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But if you're just screwing around and you just wind up pregnant and you got to the point where you are now and you're still holding, thankfully you haven't miscarried. Thankfully you haven't had any serious health complications or issues. But you're not in a stable, healthy relationship and you're definitely not married, don't put God in it. It's just one of those things for me. It's like when I hear people say stuff like that and they're in these turbulent, toxic situations and you wind up pregnant, and then when you do, it's like, well, God don't make no mistakes. Well, no, I mean, really, you were screwing around. You weren't using protection, or possibly you were using protection and the condom broke. That can happen. The birth control failed. That can happen. But that's not a God thing. That's just a statistics thing, right? And when you're in a situation that's turbulent, I don't think it's wise to be bringing children into the world, and definitely not doing anything to have that be a possibility. And if you're having sex, unprotected, or you're still screwing around with somebody and you're not in the most healthy of relationships, it's possible that you're going to be bringing another person into this situation, and I don't think that that's wise either. So again, I just wanted to share my thoughts on it briefly, how people love to put God in these things, but it's possible that God may have been like, you need to back away from this person, not continue to have sex with them, and then this wind up being a possibility. I don't know. I just wanted to share my thoughts briefly on it, and I would really love to know what you guys think about it, so you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks guys so much for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.